I'm Helena Arano. I'm a junior here at the university. I'm doing economics, applied economics as a major, and I do cheerleading, competitive and sideline. My sophomore year was my first year doing cheerleading. Previously in high school, I had done long distance track and theater, so just not cheerleading, but I fell in love with it. I wanted to do something that would allow me to shine in strength-wise, because I wanted to do something with lifting. I wanted to do something that I could smile, and something I love performing since I did theater. So being a cheerleader is kind of like being someone else all the time, always being happy, always being excited. Starting out, the hardest thing for me to learn was being very sharp with my movements. I had never realized how hard it is to make each cheer, each chant, its own statement, until I watched a video of myself doing it, and I was like, I was appalled. So the day that evaluations came, I just remember like hearing my heart in my ears each beat, and just telling myself to smile through it, to just be confident. But I mean, you're up there and you mess up one motion, and all of a sudden you think that your whole evaluation is ruined, and you think that it can never get better. But I think it just like a big part of being a cheerleader is learning how to smile through it, being a performer, and, faking it till you make it.
Alright, go ahead.
Preparing for competition was grueling. It was, 3-4 hour practices. It was constant conditioning. It was no breaks. It was, that's just the cost you have to make. As a school who hasn't been to Daytona at all, you have to work harder than people who have been there a long time, because we had to make a name for ourselves. The small little liberal arts school in Fredericksburg, we had to work harder just to be there. The trip process was fantastic. I remember being so excited, waking up real early, getting to the airport. The flight was great. I slept on my teammate's shoulder the whole time. And then I remember, though, we had gotten off the plane, everybody was starving, immediately time to practice, in the Florida heat. I vividly remember never wanting to hear a cheer mashup again. It's just constant, give me that beat, you know what I mean? It's like constant. And after a while, I was like, oof, but I knew that once I heard our song, it would all just fade away and turn into how long we've been working for this. The months and months of hard work. But overall, it's a trip I'll never forget, and the hours that we spent, it felt like it was all worth it to just be on that stage for the 2 minutes and 15 seconds that we were. The notorious incident of the spring semester, my boyfriend has this very good friend. He has the personality of a golden retriever, so he likes to roughhouse, especially, for people that can stand it like me, I can put a run for my money. It got a little out of hand. He took my phone, and I tried to get it back. One thing turned into another, and he had shoved me, and I had banged my head into the back of a wooden coffee table, and I blacked out for a few seconds. But then, I got up. I was like, oh, that's fine. I don't even care. It's fine. And I have my hand on the back of my head, and I take off my hand, and there is just blood dripping down. And I remember just not really thinking much of it. I pushed through it. I went to practice, which is very bad, and I don't condone it. And I had fainted at one of the practices. And I remember waking up, and I was in some lady's arms, and she was like, you okay, honey? And I was like, yeah. I am thirsty, and I needed water. That was my excuse. I was dehydrated, very dehydrated. I have a desperate need to, perform, I guess. I have this need to show myself as really strong and happy and, just the person that people can depend on, kind of like an anchor. And if I would be the reason that by the time that we were traveling to Daytona, our team was very sparse. Every person was extremely needed, every single person. So if I was the reason that my team could not attend such a prestigious event, I probably would not have the balls to go back to cheer again, because that was my fault, So this urge to keep myself going. I'm sure at the end of the day, it took some tolls on me, but, you know, I would be lying if I said I wouldn't do it again, even though I don't condone, you know, getting injured and then performing. But it's just cheerleaders need to perform. So I performed as such. Have you ever seen Austin Powers?
No.
Smile, baby. Give it to me. I want to see it.
It makes more sense if you've seen Austin Powers.